Esteban, I am so thankful to have the chance to chat with you today. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Well, it's my pleasure. Although I don't see you, but it's my pleasure, really.
Well, I
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
for having me.
At any time, it is wonderful. I'm speaking today with Esteban Comilang, one of the stars of Islands, and am I pronouncing that correctly?
Esteban, yes.
Is it Comilang?
Esteban Comilang.
Comilang. My apologies.
Yes.
And it honestly, the film is so wonderful, Esteban, and it is honestly you are wonderful in it. Reynaldo is actually my favorite character, so this is really exciting.
Thank you.
Well, I was wondering for you, first of all, this simplest thing out of the way. How did you get to be involved in Islands?
I got involved. Honestly, me and my wife were preparing our yearly trip back home in the Philippines, and we only have about 5 days when I got this open casting on social media. But I didn't. I just put it aside because I was more now thinking about our holiday back home. And then I got a call from friends of mine from community media, and they said I have to get into it and blah blah blah. So okay, I called the director and the producer. I told them that I have a problem. I only have a couple of days, but I'd like to audition if they'll accommodate me, and they did. They did accommodate me. So he sent me the synopsis and my scene. So I went to audition. I was there early, and then we did it. So it was the director was there and the producer. So I prepared. I prepared for my audition like anything else. I put 110% of it. And the character when I read the synopsis, my God, I said, Jesus, this is a character that I long to portray, and my scene was not too much dialogue. It's much more on face and eyes expression, because I was an aging person going through the ages of aging and then have dementia already. So I did that. I auditioned, and it took, maybe we did because they let me do a couple of things, mainly how like my expression on my face, my eyes, and all that sort of thing. So I did that. And so when I stood up and finished, I just told them, I said, look, they have somebody in mind or for this role, just for them to keep me up the loop, heads up, because I'm very much interested on the project. And both of them stood up and they said, I have the role already. I mean, it's what? It's the first audition that I've ever had. That right there and then, I got the part. So when I got back home, I told my wife, wow, see? So in my mind, I thought, hey, maybe I mesmerize these people. So I was given a work in progress script, and I left for the Philippines. And when I got back, I had three days to rest, and then we started the shoot. And I'm very, very glad that I had the role. They gave me the role, because that, to me, was the role of a lifetime. It was the most emotionally challenging role for me, man. It's. But at the end of the day, I feel satisfied and fulfilled, because it's well, for me, being before a camera, it's the best place I'd rather be than any place else. It's a magical moment when I'm before a camera. You can be whatever character you want to be. What you want to be, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, or Matthew McConaughey, all right, all right, all right. You can be whatever you want to be. So to me, that is just, I'm in my element. So it's always fun for me at the end of the day. Always is. Even when it's not my shoot day, I go there because the chemistry that we had with the cast since day one was so amazing. It was just like totally our family. And even when I'm not on a shoot schedule, I go there anyway, just to be with my family.
That's amazing. So it really was
Yeah,
that sense on set was the family atmosphere.
it really was. I mean, the first read that we had, my God, we clicked already, and that was amazing. Really was amazing.
I you've already sort of touched on this a little bit, but I'd love to know how do you connect with Reynaldo? You said that it's very like you it was the role of a lifetime that is very personal. How do you connect with him?
I'll tell you a little story. Um, Not only, you see, to me, I've taken acting lessons, but to me, the best acting education is just to be out in the streets observing people. That's a master class in acting.
Mm.
This character, this character, I already visualize myself. I'm a method actor by I can, I'm that way. I can get into the character of the spot. But see, this character, I have associated myself because I know of people who's like that. And the highlight of this character is because when I went back to my vacation in the Philippines, we had a reunion with my classmate, 58 batch in high school.
Mm.
And I met one of my good friends, a girl I haven't seen in ages. So I went over to her. She was registering. And I know her, even her nickname. I said, Totis, how are you? So she looked at me, oh, Steve, so nice so nice to see you. So we hugged. And all of a sudden, she pushed me and told me, who are you? I was tongue-tied. And my good friend pulled me over. He says, our good friend Totit has got dementia.
Mm.
And that's true.
Mm.
And here I was. I said, my goodness, I'm now rehearsing for a role for this part, and just gave me more. The whole experience and situation gave me emphasis of the character that I was going to portray. So every time the director tells me action and I'm in that element, I always remember my friend whom I saw recently in that stage.
Mm.
You know, and furthermore, the director, Martin, lent me a book, Academy Award Oscar winners, a French film.
Mm.
I don't know, Amore, I think was the name of the movie. It's a French film, and on it, the storyline is that the elderly woman was on the stage of being demented. There you go. And it was a big help for me to really characterize my portrayal of the role. But the most thing that puts a big impact on my characterization of that role as Reynaldo is that moment when I met an old friend. Old friend. Can you imagine? You hug, and all of a sudden, your friend will push you aside and look at you and says, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. That's
That to me was the epitome of the character that I was going to portray.
Mm. Yeah. That's incredible. That's a heartbreaking moment. That sounds so heartbreaking to see someone that you knew who all of a sudden doesn't know you.
Oh my goodness.
Um, and it's interesting in this film. One of the things that I saw, there's a key theme of loneliness. Everybody's lonely in different degrees. Your son in the film is lonely. You miss your wife, although you're struggling with dementia. Your character, and forgive me, the woman who comes in as your caregiver. I forget her character's name. They're all wonderful, but
My wife name there is Nanay, Mama.
no, but the woman who comes in as the caregiver, I think she's your niece.
Oh my God. What's her name? Priscilla, I think. No. Sheila. Oh, the name escapes me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. But
I know her real name though. I know her real name.
Yes.
But I can't for the likes of me.
Sheila. We're getting told it's Sheila.
Sheila. Yes.
But she's feeling lonely as well as having come over to Canada. I was wondering, as somebody who is immigrated yourself, what you would say to give hope to people who have come to Canada who are feeling lonely.
That is a very good question, because that's totally an experience for so many of us that comes here feeling that loneliness, especially during holidays like Christmas. Well, I would tell them to assimilate themselves and just be not afraid. Be not afraid of who you are, and just it's easier said than done. Being lonely and so I'll tell them to just be themselves and just be accepting of the fact that they're in a new world, that they have to assimilate and just be the way who they are, because Filipinos culturally are friendly people, and that's what I tell them. Be who you are, because we are known to be not only hospitable people but friendly. But we just we don't verbalize so much. Although a lot of us, the English language is second to our language.
Mm.
In the whole of Asia, we English is our second language. It's easier for us to communicate.
Mm.
But even then, the word loneliness is so much applicable to many of us who migrated. And I think it's not only my ethnicity, but many of other ethnic groups as well. You come to a different country, and so yes, I'll just tell them to be themselves, and not to be afraid and scared of making friends and meeting people. Just be themselves, and we have an advantage because we speak the language already. We understand it. So yeah.
Mm. You mentioned too, and I think this is so important to the film, is this is a wonderful, a wonderful portrayal of Filipino culture, the immigrant experience. Was that exciting for you to be a part of? And if so, what was it that was most exciting to bring that to life on screen? We don't see a lot of films about Filipino culture.
That's correct. And it is so ironic for me as well to be able to be involved in a film whose narrative, whose story, the dialogue is spoken in my language,
Mm.
in my language, and that to me it's just so unique, unique experience to say my lines in my own language,
Mm.
and it becomes more meaningful. And in the storyline in the islands, when the scenes were grouped together as a family, as you know, one of the characters there, one of my sons is married to a
Mhm.
white woman, and they have
Yes.
two children. So that well, the scene that we had there was, I think it was a birthday scene, uh, and you see, we mingle, we socialize because we love to have parties, we love food and all that. But you can also see the shyness on the character, especially the character portrayed by my eldest son, the eldest son of the character, Joshua.
Mhm.
Joshua, he's almost timid, shy, and a lot of Filipinos are like so. Because it's their personality. So you can sense in that scene. If you remember the birthday scene, it was, I think, it's his birthday, and they were giving him just a gift, and he 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 really portrayed a character who is who is like the feeling of not only a loneliness but aloneness, even if he was around with family. So it was a scene that really came out came out within the fabric of the story, how we Filipinos, even at the midst of having a get together party, that sort of thing, there still has we still have that feeling of it's altogether not it's not together altogether, not for me. But again, that's the storyline, and that's being portrayed by one of the characters there, Joshua. So it to me, the story of the entire movie put together a very, no, well, not a typical, because that this the story in itself is not only uniquely Filipino, but it includes all the cultural diversity that we have here, in Toronto, in Canada. Uh, Basically, Filipinos are shy.
Mm.
Uh, so yes, it portrays that much, on the among my culture, shyness, but it also lightens up with the fact that we love to be together. We love to have parties and food, and yes, it was truly uh, a portrayal of uh, a family,
Mm.
Filipino culturally, Filipino portrayal of a family. But like I said, it can be true. It can happen to any culture. But it just resonates so much in my community when because we were culturally family. We get together and we take care of each other, especially when you have aging parents. You look after them. That's our culture, and we want our children also to be around us all the time. And that the storyline of Islands is what it is. But again, it was titled Islands because, like Martin said, and I believe it, that the character in each of the characters in that movie Islands is his or her island.
Mm.
It's something like the saying that each to his own secrets to keep.
Mm.
So islands, each of the characters are islands on themselves.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And um, Esteban, we're running out of time, but there are so many things I want to talk to you about. You first of all, just you yourself are an amazing guy. I mean, we could talk about your career. We could talk about you being an interpreter for the Governor General, which is amazing in and of itself. But
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask you about Elvis. Of all of this,
Oh my God!
gotta ask
You
you
know,
about as an Elvis impersonator, and you even got it in the film. I, what is it about Elvis that you love
I
so
listen.
much?
I tell you, it encompasses cultural boundaries. When Elvis, man, hey, it is. What can I say? I love him since day one. I learned the guitar just about because of Elvis. I've been there, an avid fan. Although I love any kind of music, but Elvis, the moment I heard him when I was growing up, I hit before I think I was only about 10 or 11. I first saw his movie, Love Me Tender.
Mm.
But I've got 45s and recordings about his songs, and I got so enamored uh, with the way he sings. Because I can feel him when he sings, especially the early songs, rock and roll songs that he sings. I can feel it. I At the time it's just my goodness. So Elvis, when I was growing up, and even now, I just pick it up here because I just love singing his songs. And in my little man cave here, you see a lot of paraphernalia. I have two guitars, and every day I oil my pipe because I sing, and oh my goodness, I pick up my guitar and just okay, let's do this, And Elvis, hey Elvis, it's like he said once, a day without a song is a day without a song. A day will never end without song. Without a song, the road will never bend without a song. So me, I just keep on singing rock and roll, baby. Elvis is the king. But hey, Elvis, Elvis is Elvis, but there's also one Elbest, and that is the Filipino Elbest. Thank you very much.
This is incredible. And I'm so grateful, Esteban. I'm so grateful for the chance to chat with you. You are wonderful, and you are wonderful in Islands. I'm so grateful
Thank you.
for the time we've had. Thank you so much, and I wish you the best with the film. It is truly wonderful.
I'll bring you to Graceland, man.
I will be with you. I will ride shotgun or drive. I will get there however you want to go. We'll go to Graceland together.
I'll make you the head of my entourage.
I would be honored. I would be honored. Honestly, Esteban.
You'll get your free Las Vegas outfit, white and the belt and all that sort of thing. And then you'll get I'll give you
The hair.
go young man.
Hair? Oh man.
What?
We've
been cut off?
No. He's still here.
We're done?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Okay.
To many of us, the memory still lingers. The king still sings on. He left his final curtain, but left us with many, many wonderful songs. And this is one of them. I hope you'll like it. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can help falling in love with you? Just watch my lip, baby.
Amazing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Esteban. Have a great day, and thank you so much.
You too, guy. Thanks for having me.